guys, and happy Saturday. Today is a bit of a departure from our usual video. Today we are doing our second Q&A. Yeah, that's right, Q&A.
I didn't think anybody would watch the first one to ask us to do a second one.
People did!
People did!
And people have questions for the second one, which I was worried at one point because people weren't. You weren't leaving, you were watching the videos, but you weren't leaving questions. We have quite a few now, which is good. So we're going to get straight into these.
Okay.
Because we've got so much to do today. We've got loads of decorating, which we'll see in tomorrow's vlog. Not today, because today is a Q&A!
What's the first question? I haven't seen it.
Okay, oh yeah.
I'm completely blind to the questions. Chris has done all the organising and I just turned and sat down.
Question 1 is from Brooke Warwin.
Hi Brooke.
Where would your dream holiday be?
I really want to go to Iceland.
This sounds like, no, this is not one dream holiday.
You said I could have 3.
I'm like in top 3, you have to pop.
Oh, I thought you said my top 3.
Yeah,
Oh, I think Thailand.
Thailand.
I've never been to Thailand and I would love to go to Thailand. And it's quite affordable. If you go at specific times of year, not very good places.
My dream holiday, I think, would probably be, at the moment, a Californian road trip. Failing that, my dream holidays, the holidays we've been on a few times, and that's in Florida. Because I like the sun, I like the excitement of the theme parks, and it's just a nice place to be. But it's less of a dream holiday now that we've been a few times. So,
I'd really like to go to Halloween Horror Nights at university.
Oh yeah, if you guys have been to Halloween Horror Nights, let me know in the comments down below what you thought of it.
We missed it last year by like 1 day!
We technically could have gotten,
and then
but
straight to our flight.
Yeah, the next morning it'd have been hell the next day. Got 2 questions here.
2 questions.
Is from Frankie and Freya when in Oz.
Hi Frankie and Freya.
Yes, this question should have been on our last Q&A, but we missed it, so sorry. But you're getting it now! I promise you would have it this time. You are having it this time. What do you think the best thing about living in England is? The second one as well. And what do you think the worst thing about living in England is?
At the moment, like today, my very favourite thing about living in England is how long we're going to have sunlight tonight for.
Oh yeah.
It'll be like 9 o'clock before it gets dark, and I love that.
For me, the diverse accents.
Yes.
I think that's pretty cool. Because you can drive like half an hour down the road and people have a completely different accent. You drive another half an hour down the road and another accent again. The worst thing about living in England, probably the erratic weather.
Oh, that was my only one!
Well, you should have come out with it, shouldn't you? Not the bad weather, because that's not true. If you look out today, it's glorious sunshine, it's like 20 odd degrees. I'm happy with that. The problem is that tomorrow it will be crap. It will be raining. The day after it will probably be snowing. And then the day after that, we probably won't be allowed to use our hose pipes because there'll be a drought. This year we didn't really have a winter, it just rained all winter. It barely got cold enough to even snow. I think we had 1 day, a thin layer of snow. Another year, it'll be snowing like a few inches deep in April. It's just mental.
I think at the moment, the one thing that jumps out at me is that we drive on the different side of the road to most of the world. So it makes it more difficult when you're going abroad to get used to driving. Consequently, I've never driven abroad.
That sounds like a cop-out, but you can have that one.
Can't think of much.
So Dev Walwyn says, what is the one thing you both want to do in your lifetime? What dream car do you want?
I would like to design or be on the team that designs a Sterling President building.
And what dream car do you want?
Oh,
I know what dream car you want.
what's that?
An Aston Martin.
Oh yeah, that's true.
You can have one, but you're not allowed to drive it.
Okay, that's fine.
The one thing that I think I'd want to do in my life is probably have kids.
That's a really good thing.
It's like the only thing you put on this planet to do. What dream car do I want? So many. If you're going down the flashy dream car, then every kid wants a Lamborghini and a Ferrari. But if you're something a bit more practical, I would probably set like an M car, like a high-end family car, so it's practical, but fun to drive when no one's in it because she doesn't like me driving.
I like
took
you driving,
the corner
I just
too
don't
hard.
like you driving and having fun at the same time.
Rock life. If money was no option, where would you vacation and why?
If money was absolutely no object, I would go back to Venice and see if it could possibly be any better than it was when we had no money.
I've got something a bit more adventurous than that.
Okay.
I would say that if money was no object, I would love to vacation on the moon. Oh yeah, baby, the moon. Get as far away as Jen as possible.
With me?
No, you know you're coming. You gotta look after the house while I go to the moon. That's if money was literally no object. Our next question comes from Rick Sayre. Hi Rick. He wants to know, in Europe over here, if we have any crazy attractions, touristy attractions, or special roads like Route 66 over in America that goes from, where did he say? From Chicago to California. I don't really think there is.
There's like the seafront beach resort, like Blackpool Front, that's got attractions on it, but it's not of anywhere near the sort of scale that he's talking about.
A lot of the attractions that you've got drawing people over to America are probably about the size of England. Obviously there's the rest of Europe, but I don't really know Europe enough.
I think there's one road in Italy that's really windy, and that in itself is an attraction. But there isn't anything on that road to be attracted to. Not like massive balls of yarn and that sort of stuff.
Next question comes from Miss Marple 1967, and she says, "Are you self-employed, Chris? And would you work 9 to 5 ever again?" Yes, I am self-employed. And I've tried working 9 to 5. About a year ago I had a job, but they didn't have enough work, so that lasted about 4 months. It was about the sort of time that I started vlogging, and then I tried getting a job in January, and I got offered a job. What he was offering wasn't really fair, so I turned the guy down. Yeah, I would work 9 to 5, but it has to be for the right reasons. So the Rush vlog has got a question for us.
Right.
If we can move anywhere in the world, where would it be and why?
We talked quite recently about moving to Melbourne. As much as we probably won't do it, I think if I was going to go one place in the world, that's probably quite high on my agenda.
I think there's probably a few places we'd happily go to. I would happily start with Australia. Didn't think I'd ever say that. We now have a barrage of questions from Shannon. She was a bit gutted that she missed the last lot of the last Q&A.
Right.
So hi Shannon, thanks for joining us this time. If you could have any animal as a pet, what would it be?
I think I'd want a monkey or a lemur. Something little but cute.
I always wanted a lion.
That is an impractical pet.
I have a legitimate reason for this. When I was a kid at school, I was bullied.
Okay.
And I figured that if I had a lion, no one would want to bully me.
That's true.
So I think that's just, it makes a reasonable thing. If you were to walk down the street with a lion, or into school with a lion, or into work with a lion, no one's going to take the piss out of you. Another question from Shannon. If you could keep 3 possessions, what would they be and why?
My wedding ring, the guest photograph signature thing for my wedding. I don't know, I can't come up with a third one.
And you've not said why either.
Yeah, I think that's quite obvious. I think that's for sentimental reasons.
If I could keep 3 possessions, and why? Coffee machine, because I can't go without coffee. Computer, because then I would have access to all the information in the world. I would probably say games console. Unfortunately, there's no TV to plug it into, so I'm a bit redundant.
It's useless.
Yeah, but maybe I could plug it into the laptop.
You could have like your PSP or something.
Yeah.
It's all included. Or
Yeah.
Vita, because PSP is old now.
Who needs a wedding ring? You've only got 3 items.
I was kind of assuming that she meant if your house burnt down,
Hmm.
not if you were stranded on a desert island.
Final question from Shannon is, what is the thing you're both the most proud of?
That is a tricky question, Shannon.
Nope, I know the answer to this one already.
Really?
Yeah. Well, for me anyway.
I struggle with mosts and bests, and there's so many options that choosing just one that is the best, that's hard.
The thing that I'm most proud of personally is going back to uni.
That's the thing that I was going to say that I was most proud
What?
of. You going back to uni.
You're most proud of me going back to uni?
Yeah,
No!
I'm really proud of
No.
you for doing that.
I'm most proud for myself going back to uni. I think the thing that I'm probably most proud of that we have accomplished is probably Shep.
Shep is good.
Shep's a good dog. I'm assuming most people think the same thing about their dog. It's not exclusive to us. It's the sort of dog where a lot of people see him and go, oh. And I swear some people would rather have our dog than their dog. So I would say that I'm most proud for us, because we don't have kids to be proud of, that maybe Shep.
I'm very proud of
Is there
what
anything-
we've accomplished with
Yeah.
Shep.
Is there anything you're proud of yourself?
I don't feel like there's anything I've done that's special that I want to be proud of.
Melanie Mill says, Chris and Jen.
Yeah.
That's us, Chris and Jen. If you could live anywhere in the world, where would it be?
Do you have to choose somewhere different?
Yeah, so if we could say we went to go to Australia and they went, no, we don't want you in this country. Australia's no, we don't want you. Where else would it be?
New York.
New York. Yeah, you always
Yeah.
wanted to.
I would like to go to New York.
Yeah, and I would probably begrudgingly go along because I'm married. I'm not a big city loving person, and New York just doesn't appeal to me in the same way that other cities do.
I can't imagine I would stay there forever. I think I would like to go and have lived there, but maybe only for like 2 years and then go back. I don't think I could live there forever.
I'd probably say if it was America side, I would probably say San Francisco or something like that. We have another question from Dev. He must have felt sorry for us not having any questions. He says, do you have any advice to smaller YouTubers than yourself? Now, if I'm honest, pretty small as it is. Not really for me to say what you should or shouldn't be doing, because
We haven't got it all figured out yet.
yeah, it's difficult. the one thing you want to be doing is to be consistent, whether it's uploading at a regular time or uploading the same sort of content. If you've got a channel and one day you're uploading a review for a TV, and another day you're doing a cooking video, and another day you're doing a daily vlog, and another day you're doing a fashion video, I would probably say that you're going to struggle to find people to come back, because someone might subscribe and then they'll come back when you got a new video and realise it's not for them because it's nothing like what they originally signed up for. So upload at least once a week sort of thing, twice a week if you can. Last few questions.
Okay.
Solar Pilchard, what is the worst thing about the place where you live? I'm not sure that we should be answering this question to this person. Pretty sure they live around here. Saying bad things about people, about the places you live to people that live around here is not really good.
I know what the worst thing about living around here is. That we are half an hour from a motorway. So no matter where you want to go, it always takes half an hour longer than you think it's going to take. And that's really frustrating. Especially when you're coming back from somewhere. You're like, oh, we're at the junction, we're coming off the motorway. It's only another half an hour till we get home.
Cost of transportation, because particularly for a train, if we had to get a train from here down to London, it's like an hour, but it costs at least 50 quid. So it's about 5 times the price to do the same train journey to London, but from another town over. It's kind of a good idea as to how much of a markup there is in this town. So I think the cost of living here is probably the worst thing. Last couple of questions. Adam Tom says, how do you find the time to vlog and edit? And that he struggles to find the time. So Jen, how do you find the time to vlog and edit?
I find it really easy because I don't do any editing at all.
I actually do struggle if I don't get the editing done first thing in the morning. If I don't get the editing done by about 9, 10 o'clock, it looms over me. I then struggle to actually do vlogging if I haven't edited the previous one because my mind's focused on the fact that I haven't edited it yet. So it might mean that by 2, 3 o'clock, if I've not done the video, I may also not have really done much, if any, vlogging. And then I puts me in a shitty mood. I think finding the time, it's about making the time really. Getting the editing done out of the way so you can focus on recording whenever you want to record. I don't actually go out to work, which makes it easier. Although, when I did, I was catching up on our Florida vlogs, which you can find on our main channel homepage. And I might see if I can put a link in here. I had a backlog of about 14 videos, but because I'd gone to work and I was still recording videos, I think at one point I had a backlog of 21 videos that I needed to catch up on, and I had to do 2 or 3 a day to try, and it was taking forever. To do all the editing in one day and also to record new videos, you just don't find the time. So what I was doing is I was going into work early, and then I was editing one video before I started work. I would then do one video at lunchtime, and then I would do one video when I came home. So when I came home, I was only spending an hour or so editing a video, and then we could actually do something. Don't let yourself get a backlog. The second you've got more than one video to edit, it becomes a chore. Don't let it become a chore. Oh no, I hate this hay fever. Our final question comes from a newish subscriber, Mark Frost. Hello Mark. How do you keep on top of all the editing? I know how long it can take to edit the vlogs, and I only do 1 or 2 a week. You guys are daily vloggers. Second amount of my routine, gone. It really is difficult. It is. I can lose an entire day of doing nothing because I haven't edited the video. It's as simple as that. And you know, if that's a Saturday for you, if you work Monday to Friday, and that's your Saturday, you can lose half your weekend. We think that is all our questions answered for our Q&A. If we have missed any, because you guys respond on Twitter and YouTube and all the things, I am very, very sorry. I do my best to troll through them and make sure I get everything. So if you've enjoyed this video, give us a good old thumbs up. If you have any further questions or continuations to these questions that you would like us to answer, either in the comment section below or in a later video, then put your comments down below and let us know. If you are new and this is the first video you've seen, make sure you click that subscribe button. We don't usually do these sort of videos, they're more regular daily vlogs. If you missed the last Q&A, I don't know where you've been, but I will put yet another link that you can click on. We'll see you bright and early tomorrow, but I've got to get to editing this video before I can do any more DIY. Good night guys, see you tomorrow.
Bye. It's been down for a couple of weeks since we were in the dining room, because that used to be its home, and now it's here in the living room and it looks great, and it is up, and I didn't have to do any of it. It's even better. And we have curtains too. Did you see the curtains? Curtains are good.